I'm going to make a wonderful beef roast today with a tomato Madeira sauce. This is so delicious. And by the way, putting Madeira in your slow cooker or cooking with wine at all cooks out all of the alcohol. It just leaves a wonderful flavor, so you don't have to worry about feeding that to kids. All right, the first thing I want to do is get a little bit of oil in my pan. So this heats up, and while that's heating, I just want to put some salt and pepper onto my roast. And be generous with that salt and pepper. I'm going to pop this into my pan and just let it sear so that I sear in all the juices before I put it in my slow cooker. Now, I want to pull out of the freezer some carrots and some pearl onions. This is what we're going to use in the slow cooker with the beef roast. And this, by the way, let's turn this on low. You do not want to put anything hot in here when this is a cold pot, and you don't want to put anything cold in there when it's a hot pot. I'm gonna pour these in. And some carrots. Now, I'm just going to put the lid right back on top of there. Now for the tomato Madeira sauce that goes on the top of our rump roast. Very simple. You're just going to use 3/4 of a cup of Madeira, which is a fortified Portuguese wine. And then you're going to add 1.5 cups of an herbed garlic tomato sauce. And then to that, you just want to add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. And stir all of this together. Now, our roast is ready to go into the slow cooker. So I just want to pop this right into here. There we go. And on the top of this, I am just going to pour all this wonderful tomato Madeira sauce. Okay, that goes in here. Now, if you're cooking it fast, it would be about 3.5 hours. For a slow cooker on low, it's going to be about 8 or 9 hours. So we're going to let this sit here. This has shrunk down about 1/4 of its original size. And this is going to be so tender. I want to talk to you a little bit about cooking in a slow cooker because I was never a big fan until I went over to my girlfriend Hillary's house. Now, Hillary works on my cookbook. She designs all my cookbooks with me. And I was over there one morning. We were working away. Wait till you see this. Oh, yum. We were working away, and it was about 8 o'clock in the morning, and Hillary took out something that I had never cooked with before, this crock pot. She literally put a big roast in it, a whole bunch of stuff, put the lid on, and turned it on. That was it. We sat there for hours and hours and hours and worked, and she told me that 3-4 nights a week, look at this, that's why you want to use a slow cooker. 3-4 nights a week, she uses a slow cooker, she pops everything in there. By the time she's done working, dinner's ready, she doesn't have to do anything. It takes her like no time, and look, you get the most tender meat, and you don't have to use expensive cuts of meat. This is a very inexpensive cut of meat, and look at how tender this thing is. It's perfect every single time. Now I want to transfer this onto my little plate. For a rump roast the size that I just cooked, on a low setting it would take about 8 hours, on a high setting about 3.5. The first time I tried slow cooking, it turned out perfectly. It's so easy to do. You can't mess it up. Now, my sister does it. Both my sisters do it. My sister-in-law does it. My little brother does it. Hey, if a little single 26-year-old guy cooks with a slow cooker, you know it's cool. Now, I want to just put a little bit more of this. You know what? I'm going to need a spoon. This is so delicious. I'm going to put all of this on here, just to keep it nice and moist. Is that beautiful? And how long did that take? Not long at all.